What is up, everybody? Today should be the 39th day of me learning Spanish. Now, I've talked to everyone about, I've discussed here on the videos about my method changing and that I want to memorize the stories. And so, well, I've done exactly that. But also, I've added on a little bit more to the intensity of it all, if that wasn't enough. And I've continued to be writing continuously the stories on Link. So I'm continuing writing every single story as well as going back to day one and revising by memorizing the stories, or at least one half of the story, and then the second half of the story the next day. Now that's going to be a long process, for me to get through all 30 stories of me memorizing everything part A and B. That's going to take another 60 days, which would be 2 months minimum, right? So I don't want to halt my exposure to the language, to new words, to new vocabulary, during that time, because that's 2 fucking months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to write the stories. So I've written down number 31. I'm continuing to do that every single day. And as well, I'm going to be memorizing from story one. So with that being said, I'm going to read to you story one, or read to myself on the camera. Story one. And the purpose of this is not necessarily to really get good at pronunciation or do anything. It's to help me really imprint in my brain the grammatical patterns, but in a natural sort of sense. I'm not memorizing rules. I'm instead just memorizing stories, and well, the good thing about this is that I can memorize a story, and then I can replace verbs and I can replace words and stuff within them when I want to speak. So anyway, so the first story is about Miguel. Let me read it really quickly. Actually, no, I'm not going to do it really quickly. I need to think about this. So I'm going to look at it. Right. Miguel se levanta a las 6 todas las mañanas. Prepara el desayuno y se toma un café. Va al trabajo en su coche. Su trabajo comienza a las 7:30 de la mañana. Miguel es cocinero en un restaurante. Prepara comida para clientes con ganas de comer. Los clientes son de muchos países. Hablan muchos idiomas distintos. Miguel puede conocer a mucha gente amistosa. Uh, Miguel es feliz cuando habla con los clientes. I think I got that right. I'm not actually sure. Who fucking knows? Anyway, whatever. You Spanish speakers out there can correct me if I did that terribly. But yeah, I closed my book, by the way, so that was me thinking. Obviously not fantastic, right? But fuck it. You gotta start somewhere, really, in terms of this shit. So that's story one. So tomorrow I'll do the exact same thing, but for a new story. I'm going to continue to write number 32 tomorrow, and then I will read the second story. It's always about someone doing something, going out to a restaurant, cooking, basic sort of things that we talk about. Like the next one's going to be about a vacation or a trip. A lot of them are about travel and my daughter does this, or she gets this, she is a this, she goes to work, she stays at home, she wants to learn this, whatever. Anyway, so that's pretty much all I motherfucking got. Let me know if I'm a retard, and let me know if I'm heading in the right direction. But that's pretty much what I'm doing. I'm continuing to expand my vocabulary and exposure. I'm continuing that journey, the exposure journey, and I'm also expanding upon that. And I am tattooing the grammatical patterns within my brain through the memorization process. So, thank you everyone. Good night.